what are the most important things for a healthy, successful, happy, long-term relationship?
Communication, times 7. Communication is like the most important aspect. Vulnerability, honesty, like honesty is kindness, and having those hard conversations is only going to help that relationship grow. And I think a focus on personal development, because I think if you want to be a great couple, you need to be a great version of yourself and then both show up to be a great couple. So it's not about somebody else fixing you. It's not about you having stuff and putting it under the rug. So I think if you communicate, if you have vulnerability, and you are working on yourself in conjunction to working on the relationship, I can't see that. It's like unstoppable at that point. And also compatibility. Do you both have the same alignment? Do you both have the same goals? Do you both see things the same? Do you both, I mean, I think COVID taught us that too. Like imagine being stuck in quarantine with half these people, wherever they fall, vax, no vax, this, that, the other. I don't give a shit where you fall. I don't care. Compatibility means more than just what's your favorite color and do we like the same music?
Yeah. Very true. Yeah, there's so many things. I think because a lot of times too, like we talked about Hollywood movies, we talked about fairy tales. I think a lot of times you can fall into the trap of like everything's just supposed to happen and it's all feelings. But when you really want a relationship to work, there's so many like logical things you have to think about and work on, and almost the feeling stuff almost doesn't matter, right? And maybe like for the initial like getting things going, but like it's all like you have to do all this stuff and you have to figure out what works. It's I didn't really think about stuff like that until like the past couple of years.
And it's important to understand that like if you want somebody to be the best version and you're going to call them out and all that, it's like you also need to create a safe space that they could do the same for you. So if you're going to dish it out, you have to also be able to take that feedback and understand you're not perfect, like we talked about earlier. You are not this perfect princess that has no issues and everybody else is the issue. It's like anytime if I'm dating somebody and I have like, if we're going to have a conversation, I'll always touch base of like, is there anything that you want to talk to me about? And I create a safe space to be like, okay, thank you for letting me know, like, this is really important for me to understand where your thought process is so that they feel comfortable to continue that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like, as I said, nothing in life is easy. So why the fuck would a relationship be? It takes a lot of work, but with the work comes the most beautiful connection that you could ever possibly imagine. And you're truly your best friend.
Yeah. Amazing. Definitely. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is kind of a selfish question. I like to ask this question because it's something I think about for relationships for myself. Would you ever consider having separate bedrooms?
I've thought about this myself as well. I am not opposed to it. I dated a dude once and he was like, I want to live like Frida and have separate homes. And I was like, okay, no, that's ridiculous. I was like, separate homes, and now we're pushing it. I don't personally think having 2 bedrooms, like you can sleep together if you want. I get shit sleep next to somebody. I do. And like, I like my space. I like my closet. I like to have my stuff. I like the girly stuff. Like, I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to start a movement. So.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are we
if you want. I'm so pro.
Pro 2 bedrooms.
But it's not a deal breaker. But I even say like, I'll take like a closet, like with maybe a small window, but like just give me a little twin bed. She could have a king and we'll.
Anything. Just.
But that's, and I also think a lot about this too, because that's where like, honesty and trust comes in, right? Because like if we sleep together in the same bed 2 nights in a row and then the next night I'm like, I want to go sleep by myself, she has to be like, okay, he just wants to sleep by himself,
right? And
knows that I'm being honest and there's no weird shit going on, and she has nothing to worry about. So I think that's where the trust and communication comes back.
Goes back. Sorry, when you asked what's the most important parts of like a relationship, trust. If you don't trust your partner, the fuck are you doing? No idea why you're in a relationship with that person, because you can't have any kinds of relationship in life if you don't trust them, because you're always anticipating that they're going to hurt you. And it's the same, like you said, it's like, I want to know that if you're going in the other room, I'm not like, well, you texting somebody and why?
Yeah. So I never really thought about this, but do you think trust, do you start with trust, giving someone complete trust, or do they have to earn it first? I go into it as you're innocent until proven guilty. You have to earn my trust over time. I would be a schmuck if I just like gave it off the bat. But I think a lot of people enter guilty until proven innocent. And it's like, no. Not everyone's trying to hurt you.